Hey everybody, what is up? It's Jachplays. Today, I'm playing Age of Empires 1. So, last time, this was like halfway, so that's going a lot quicker now than I thought. But, yeah. I'm still trying to get used to this map. Okay. So, let's see. What can we build, if anything, right now? Okay, yeah, it just upgraded. Cool. So 800 food. Let's see if I can build anything extra. Alright. Archery range, that can really come in handy. A stable. So, I'm gonna build one and start moving towards the forest over here. I need to build some defense. So, oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna let them focus on food, so I can focus on building things, because that will also help me with all the other stuff, like building barracks and stables and archery ranges and all that stuff. The archery range is really going to come in handy with the elephant, because sure, I could go with it at with clubmen, but they're more for, I don't know. Well, actually I could, because the elephant is usually... No, please don't go hunt the elephant shit. The elephants are usually not too bad, but I don't know, really. I haven't played this game for a while, since like 2 years ago maybe, so I know the basics, and I never really fully learned everything I needed to know, but I know how to play it, I guess, yeah. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, so I'm gonna build... I'm gonna spawn another villager, because I'll definitely keep it handy. Words, you know. Who needs words when you have Age of Empires? So I've been thinking about doing this on a stream instead of videos, but to me, I don't know, like, I have a better flow with videos than streams, but I mean, streaming is fun and all, but I personally love doing stuff like this rather than streaming. And plus, I don't stream that much, so that's why I'm more towards doing stuff on YouTube, Let's Play wise, rather than streaming. It's whatever. But yeah, my history with this game, I think the first two PC games, because I might have played like some console stuff here and there, but I was more computer stuff when I was little. I'm still more PC than console. But yeah, so I think it was this, and I can't remember the name. It's some obscure Pokemon game that wasn't like the full size of a disc. It was like a half size of a disc. It was really weird. Like, I've asked people who are Pokemon fanatics and they have no clue. I think I got it at like maybe Staples or one of those places, like a long time ago. I don't think it was even Staples, but yeah, it was a while ago. And I think I might have found it on like Amazon once, and I was going for like $100, and I might have got it for like, I don't know, 15, probably 10. It was one of those things that was like, oh, Pokemon, cool, I want it. And then my parents were like, sure, it's Pokemon. It would teach you stuff. Because when I used to play a whole bunch of card games like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, I was into Pokemon card-wise for a little bit, but I was more into the show, and kind of the reverse with Yu-Gi-Oh! Because both of them I was pretty into for a while. I was into the card game way longer than I was into the show. I guess, does that... No, that doesn't... I can't rewind while I'm recording, so that it doesn't help. But yeah, let me focus on the game for a second. Let me build these. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I was into Pokemon the show and video game longer than I was into the card game, and with Yu-Gi-Oh! I was into the card game longer than I was into the show. Not really the video games, I was into the... don't have the disc with me offhand, but yeah, it was a PS1 title that was kind of odd, but it worked. It was pretty cool. It was a I think the best word for it would be like an RPG card game, because it had all of the characters from the show and a few more that weren't really shown that often. But yeah, it was like telling the tales of the ancient Egypt stuff that happened in the shows here and there. Later, I think, like, up until the later episodes, like, around the time the movie was made, a little bit before and after, is when they really focused on, like, the ancient Egypt stuff, even though they did, but they didn't. It was, like, here and there, I don't know. Like, flashbacks, if it was relevant. Sometimes, I don't know. But, yeah. So, to bring up another thing with both Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh!, I can watch Pokemon, the original stuff. I don't really watch the newer things, but that's beside the fact. So, when both of those went on Netflix, I watched a few episodes of Pokemon. I think it was Hoenn, but yeah, the one with Misty and Brock, the early stuff. I can still watch that and feel good. Like, sure, it's cheesy and everything, but I can rewatch it because of the nostalgia. But I've tried rewatching Yu-Gi-Oh!, and I just can't. It's not there. It was pretty bad. I think it might have been just because, like, oh, I can learn things in the show to focus in my card and deck play. Because I have so many cards still from Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's... oh boy. They're in, like, a bunch of binders and bags and all that stuff. And yeah, I have way too many Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards still. I think I kept all of them. But yeah. So I'm gonna build something real quick, because I rambled way too long. Yeah, I'm gonna build an archer range over here. Yeah, I need to keep an eye on, like, what my population is. So 9 out of 12, that's not bad. I think, like, I think I'll try to focus on, like, the numbers that I need in population-wise, around 50, and I'll go from there. Okay. That's almost built, so that's pretty good. And they're going for wood. 40 wood, 40 food and 20 wood. That's not bad. It's actually quite fair for something like that, where these are like 50 food. So, yeah. And I'd rather it be wood than food, because wood is a little bit easier to find, like, because there's forests and everything, but I mean, there might be farms. I don't know. I think there are. I don't remember each age's specs and all that stuff. So I'm gonna move this guy. Alright, so I need to find food. I'm gonna take my army, my small little army, over here, and kill the elephant. Yeah. I build one more just in case I need backup. And then that should go well. Let me check on the elephant stat. Yeah, it's already dead pretty much. Okay. So I'm gonna go and farm the elephant in the next episode of Age of Empires. Bye.